in 2019, GM released the EcoTech 3 version of the 5.3 liter engine. This is a new version. It's an L84 RPO code. And it was put in across the board in all the half-ton truck applications. So Sierra, Silverado, Suburban, Tahoe, Yukon. Pretty common use across GM's platform. Two important things I want to note with the L84s. The number one and the most important thing if you are buying one is that there are actually two different versions of the L84. They have the same RPO code because they have the same core engine. However, across GM's platform, each model sort of had its own emission specifics, right? We have flex fuel, we have e-fuel, we have a lot of different emission standards across the board. So what that means for you as a consumer is that your fuel injection system is slightly different based on which one of these you have. So we've got our standard flow or nominal flow, which is sometimes referred to as the small injector. It is 236 thousandths of an inch. And then we have the high flow option, which is 295 thousandths of an inch. Now, you are more than welcome to get your micrometers out and measure. However, we have an easier way for you to tell which one of these you have. On the standard or the nominal flow heads, you're going to see we've got 4 notches on one side, and then we've got 1 notch here, which is ground off. And that's going to let you know that you've got the standard flow, you've got the 236 thousandths of an inch. Now, on the high flow option, you're going to see we still have the same 4 notches on this side with 1 on the other side, but that one is not ground off. And that's going to be how you're going to tell the difference between the two. Now, the other thing I want to discuss with the L84 engines is that GM introduced the DFM system, so Dynamic Fuel Management. Now, we are all familiar with AFM, Active Fuel Management. AFM shuts down cylinders 1, 4, 6, and 7 to increase fuel economy, better gas mileage, better emissions. We all know this. We're all used to fighting with this system, and GM said, well, we're going to change it. We're going to change it to DFM, which is Dynamic Fuel Management. And instead of shutting down those 4 specific cylinders at the same time, all the time, DFM allows the vehicle to choose which cylinders to shut down and when. So you can operate as a V8 or on 7 cylinders or on 5 or on 4 or on 3, and any of the cylinders have the capability to be shut down. The vehicle determines this to help you save on gas mileage, to help emissions, to help fuel economy. One of the larger complaints about the AFM system, other than the lifters failing, was that the transition from 8 cylinders to 4 cylinders was a very rough transition. So that is something that GM addressed with the introduction of DFM. This transition, whether you're running on 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 cylinders, you barely even notice it as the driver. However, it also means that we are running 16 very specific lifters in this engine. It means that we have a very complicated system. We have more opportunities for failures. We have more parts to fix. And if you do have to fix it, it is not only more difficult, but it is also more expensive. Now, the other thing about the DFM system is that you're going to see a lot of oil sensitivity issues. So maintenance-related problems, contamination-related problems are going to be a huge factor here. And we're also probably going to see cam and lifter wear issues be more prevalent the longer this sticks around. Now, we do have both of these engines available. If you've got any questions, give us a call.